Good morning. How are you today? It is glorious today. I am overdressed. This is but comfortable, so I'll live with that. Well, our major health issue, which is usually in the 1 or 2 slot every day, is the pandemic. And many of us are doing the right thing. That is waiting for vaccinations, wearing masks, keeping our distance, washing our hands. But there are others out there who have decided, we don't have to wear a mask. And another problem we have, a new one, is that many Republicans are refusing to take the vaccine. And there's another group of Republicans that think there may be problems with the vaccine because it was rushed. And if you take those two groups together among Republicans, it's in excess of 40%. And you never know what the variation is across the states and different states for those numbers. This has two consequences. One is that these are the same people who are not wearing masks and doing the other things. And it also means that we are putting at risk the notion of herd immunity. Now, herd immunity is the notion that so many of us have been vaccinated or infected and are now immune that it keeps people safe who haven't had the vaccine or who haven't been sick and are now immune. So the number of the population is variable as well. It has to be 70% to as high as 85% for herd immunity to take over. Now, this vaccine is not without limitation, meaning that you have to be very careful to give it a chance to settle in you long after you've had the second vaccination. Also, it's not clear whether you can carry an infection and transmit it. And it's also not clear if variations of COVID-19 will respond to the vaccine, although early reports are that it will, so those signs are encouraging. The dialogue in America, the political dialogue, is so toxic, literally, because it is poisoning the public's notion of how to be safe and that it's all a joke, no matter how many deaths we have. And it's especially aggravating when we see the rate of decline of the total infections and the deaths in terms of from week to week. Now, when 2 states, Texas and Mississippi, are saying kind of we're back to normal, and Florida and some other places will probably follow suit. And then you have mothers in Idaho having their children take their masks off and burn them, which makes you feel like what's next books. But what it is I don't know if it could be more terrible, but it is terrible to think that we would be teaching children to play with fire, literally, to take the masks they've been told to wear, to burn them, for their parents to tell them to do that, and to put them at risk because they're not following these safety precautions. So there's a sickness in America, and it follows the same streams, if you will, of the political streams. It's probably the same people that are close to, Oath Keepers and Proud Boys and all these cockamamie funny gang group names who think of revolution as an adventure when it's two-pronged. It's affecting the nation's structure as a democracy, or they would if they succeed, and it's affecting the health of the nation. So what are we to do about that? Well, the same thing that I think I've said about everything else. We have to leave no lie unturned toward the truth. When disinformation arises, we have to, wherever we are, say, no, that's not right, you're wrong. We don't have to call names, but that's okay. Neanderthal, deplorable. I think those are relevant names. And I think that we should be casting terms that conform with the misconduct of members of our society, set a standard, and to make them outcasts for compromising their children, compromising their own health, compromising the health of people they come in touch with, defying the ability to have herd immunity. So I don't know what the extent of it is, and I don't know what the danger will be. And obviously, saying it now, what we're concerned about is the implication that having reached a better place, are these characters going to compromise? It's like children. Are we there yet? For these people, they had to be there yesterday or never start at all, just be transported to a new place. It's amazing. So maybe that's not happy talk, but I think most of us are in a good place, and Biden is putting us in a better place. And these are the enemies within, in another respect, health, just as they are in about politics, espousing autocratic ideas instead of democratic ones. So get out today if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.